Ciao team, today we're going to be understanding in this module how to exactly find your dream client, your ICP. ICP stands for Ideal Customer Profile, because every single time we need to push content outside, we need to push content in order to attract this type of target. Because at the end of the day, if you talk to everyone in content, you talk to no one. And today we're going to be understanding exactly why. Let's start from an example of my personal example about my business. This is exactly my ICP, my Ideal Customer Profile. And maybe some of you see themselves into something like this, because my ideal customer is a travel creator that already makes money online but want to scale it and build their coaching offer. Now, I know my ICP really well, and I'll give you some examples. For example, I know that is inconsistent focus. So for example, my ICP as a travel creator in Bali juggles filming, editing, brand emails, and DM daily, ends up being busy but not moving too much forward in the business because he gets caught up by a lot of stuff. Freedom guilt, can relax and enjoy travel without feeling they should be creating content. So actually go somewhere and say, I need to create this, I need to do this content, I need to do this content. So fear of teaching, wants to launch their digital offer but doubts they're not expert enough. So that they have this sort of imposter syndrome. Lifestyle pressure, every day must look aesthetic, can switch off the creator mode. Comparison trap, sees other creators scaling faster instead of themselves. So that's a little bit of the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. Hidden burnouts, push it through fatigue with coffee and one more edit, creativity fades, and then you start being not sharp. Also the income roller coaster. 1 month you make 8K, the other month you make 1K, so you never have something that brings continuously sales. Then info overload, consume endless courses but never actually execute. Surface level connection, since they travel a lot and they're travel creators, they never really build a super deep connection with people because people comes and buy. And identity doubts, they are not sure if they're real entrepreneur or just like lucky creators. I went viral because I was lucky. So I know exactly really well, and maybe since you are on this video, maybe I'm calling you out to some of the things that you're thinking of. This is exactly why it's so much important to really write down your ideal customer profile, your ICP. And long story short, I know really well, okay, my ICP. In fact, for example, Russell Brunson spoke about asking every single employee whenever making a decision. So Russell Brunson said, okay, you there, you're my employee. Is this actually something relatable to you? So be specific, because at the end of the day, if you talk to everyone, you talk to nobody. I'll give you some example. This is a really strong example, but I just want to make you understand. So let's imagine my ICP is okay, how many gay, one-legged black men are in the US? Really specific. So total US population 330 million. So let's imagine that I need to sell something to Americans. 330 million. There are so many people. Maybe I'm selling, I don't know, like I'm selling a UGC brand deals. I teach UGC brand deals to people, but to Americans. But not all the Americans are interested about UGC brand deals. So you should be able to understand who you want to target. Okay, so let's imagine, okay, black male population, so the black people are around 14% of US population, so 46 millions. Males are around 50% of the black population, so it's 23 millions. You see they start getting closer. Let's imagine there are gay black males, 4%, so 924,000. And one-legged black males, it's around 231,000. So we put both of them together. So one-legged black male gay 9,240. Really specific target. I'm not saying that you need to do something like this, but I'm saying the more you're specific, the better it is. Because also social media has this crazy algorithm that actually push your content based on the people that needs to hear it. That's how algorithm works. It's not like, the algorithm hates me. It's just the fact that you create content that is so blended, is so plain, that the algorithm doesn't know where to push it to. Okay, so how do you actually be able to understand your ICP really well? Okay, most of the time you spend here, the more time you spend into understanding your dream customer profile, your avatar, the less you will spend wondering why you're not making enough money. Because at the beginning you're like, yeah, this is my target, but have you really understood in depth who's your target? Okay, so for example, one thing that I definitely suggest is you interview people. Okay, I'm literally remembering exactly in July 2025, I conducted 10 interviews to my ICP. So I took some ICPs of people that I would love to have as a client, and I started asking them some question. Okay, but beforehand, I did something like this. So prepare, and you can use the same message as you see right now. Prepare this message for your ICP. So take 10 people and ask. This is gonna be sound random, but I'm trying to learn a little bit more about travel creators, and I want to help them scaling a coaching offer. So exactly put your dream outcome or problem you're solving. Okay. At the early stage of building something, I want to make sure it's actually useful for people. I'm especially worried that a gap in their knowledge or personality. I'm sometimes worried that maybe travel creators don't have the knowledge enough to build a scalable business, or maybe they think they're not good enough. I felt that you'd be amazing to have a chat about this, and I was wondering if you have some time next week that I want to ask you some questions. Example. And then you create a meeting link using Calendly, and then you send it to your ICP. Okay, so you make a chili chat. Which kind of question you need to ask them? Okay, so for example, they need to ask at the beginning their current challenges. Okay, what are some challenges you're currently facing in your content creation journey? Whatever. Where currently you're facing into your UGC business, or if you're selling fitness programs, you can ask what's your current problem right now when it comes to working out in the gym, or you are a UGC. Okay, what's happening when it comes to your social media? Are you getting brand deals? What's the biggest challenge? And then go deeper. Can you share 3 specific struggles? Have you ever explored any other options or alternative to address this challenge? How do those struggles impact your life overall? So you see that every single time we go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Okay, so you understand what makes those people will buy from you. Okay, you need to understand exactly their current challenges. Second one, personal experience. Can you recall a time when you felt uncertain or lacked confidence in this particular area? I put, for example, content creation. Okay, what were the circumstances and how did you handle them? Do you ever doubt yourself? Take a lot of notes on this stuff. Okay, because you can actually create content as well as you can understand really well how to position yourself in order to solve their problems. Solutions and coping strategies. Have you tried any strategy or tools or resources to overcome these challenges? Did they work for you? Why or why not? What did you like or dislike about these solutions? Super important one, future goals. Where would you like to be in the 3 months regarding these issues? So from now to the next 3 months, where would you like to be? What would success look like for you in this area? Okay, because we need to create content on solving the struggles, their current situation so they feel cold, and their future situation so they feel like that you can bring them there. Fifth, identify needs and next steps. What do you think is holding you back from overcoming this challenge on your own? Because if they're not in the situation that they want to be, there's something holding them back. So through content or through your service, through your offer, you need to create something that help them get to their desired state. Okay? Because little thing, let me get my little pencil. This is exactly what happens. This is you, this is them, perfect. And they're not happy. Let's put they're not happy. This is them in the future. Okay, and they are happy. Yep, they have money, they have freedom, whatever you want. Your offer is what brings them, this is your offer, from their current situation, okay, now, to their future situation, which is in the future. Okay, from here directly to here. This is your offer. Is the one that helps them get there. Okay, perfect. So, okay, how urgent is this for you? What's your timeline for improvement? That's a really great question, because there's something holding them back. But how much is urgent for them to unlock this struggle? Okay, because some people, they are not even aware. So you need to make them aware. You need to understand how much of a priority is for them. This is exactly why on a scale from 1 to 10, how is it important for you to resolve this? I'll put as well right now. Okay? So you need to understand a little bit the urge of different people. Step number 6, use your social media pages. Okay? Use as well your social media. Ask a question on stories. For example, create a story where it says, what is the biggest challenge you're having right now in content creation? Open box, whatever. Or what DMs do you get regularly? When people see your content, what do you get asked the majority of times? For example, I don't know how to create content. Can you give me a help or whatever, like any sort of things? Or what content resonates, okay? Step number 7, look on forums. Really important. For example, if you type your niche or if you type your ICP on Facebook, Reddit, or even ChatGPT and you ask what are the biggest struggle they're having, they're going to be sharing. You're going to be seeing some big box. They're going to be sharing that. You're going to be seeing some boxes where people are having dialogue between each other. Or for example, type your niche and also keywords related to your audience. This helps you a lot by understanding phrases as well that maybe are relatable for them. So, but the biggest 3 things you need to understand from this is this. 1, what problems do they have? Because your offer needs to be solving that. What language do they use? So you can speak exactly how they speak. Step number 3, where do they hang out? So we can actually reach them. Okay? So TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, they go in cafeterias, they go surfing. Where you can find these people? Okay? So now the ideal client checklist. You actually want to work with them. They have money. They have a problem you can solve and you can market to them. If, for example, they don't have one of this, so for example, they don't have a problem to solve, it's tough to sell. Okay, if they're not aware of the problem they solve. So your ideal customer, it's someone that you want to work with. They have cash. They have a problem you can solve, and you can market to them. So after this video, these are the 2 main actions I want to share with you. Okay. So number 1, send 20 messages right now, right here, to the people that you want to interview. Okay, to your ICP. Last part, fill out the customer avatar template, your ideal customer, on your Notion Success Hub. If you're looking at this video on YouTube, I'm going to be dropping in the description exactly how you can use this and how you can use this thing that I just shared. Okay, so you can have that in your hands. Perfect, guys. This is how you find your dream ideal customer. Please, guys, finding your ICP is one of the most important things you can do when launching an offer. So listen up, do these things, write down everything, and then right after build the offer. But you need to firstly have completely everything clear about your ICP. Peace out.